You honor people because of who you are, not necessarily because of who they are. Yes, you honor people because of who you are, not necessarily because of who they are. You see, to honor someone is to treat them as spiritually and socially significant. Great evening, guys. Thank you so very much for joining us today on another exciting Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade. Yes, I am Mr. Upgrade, and this is the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade. And you know, we do this every Sunday. Yes, basically from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., we basically get to do four things. Number one, we get to take your questions. So if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to send in your questions and we'll gladly take them. Number two, we got to share with you the Upgrade Mastery tip for the week. And for this week, the Upgrade Mastery tip is honor. Yes. Number three, we get to connect, network, and bond because the people who join in for the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade, they're joining from across the world. So we get to connect, network, and bond, right? And number four is that we get to have fun. Like we strongly believe, if learning is not fun, there is no learning at all. So we got to have fun. Why we do the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade? Because we understand that whatever you learn with full pleasure, you remember in full measure. So that's why we get to have fun while we do what we do. So with this, I want to welcome you to the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade that happens every Sunday, 7 p.m. through to 8 p.m. And it's just a time for you to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Now, do well to share the link with your friends, families, loved ones, and even your enemies so that they too can be part of this conversation. Because today it's a super packed conversation. I wouldn't want you to miss out on anything or your friends get to miss out on anything. So share the link with them so that they too can be part of this conversation that we're going to be having today. It's going to be worth every second. Now, on the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade, we always begin with 5 questions. Now, while we wait for you to send in your questions during the conversation, we also begin with our basic 5 questions that help us to set the tone for the conversation. It helps us lay the foundation upon which everything in the conversation will be built upon. So we'll begin with our basic 5 questions. So, question number 1. What is honor? Now, since our conversation is on honor today, what exactly is honor? When you hear the word honor, what comes to your mind? What is honor? Right? What is honor? When you hear honor, what comes to your mind? What is honor? I'd like you to tell me about it. Tell me, what's the first that comes to your mind when you say honor? You know, they say, oh, this person doesn't honor XYZ, or this person honor XYZ. What exactly is honor? You know, even the good book says, honor your father and your mother. That is the first commandment with a promise so that your days will be long. What exactly is honor? What exactly is honor? Right? Now, I'll tell you what honor is. I know when we tell you these definitions, you will not find them anywhere because these definitions are unique to us, right? You won't find them on ChatGPT, you won't find them on your OpenAI. So ask you to pay attention so you can understand the perspective to which it is that we share from. Now, this is it. What is honor? Honor, it is the weight of value, esteem, and respect that you give a person because of who you are, not because of who they are. I'll say that again. Honor is the weight of value, esteem, and respect you give a person because of who you are, not because of who they are. So when it comes to honor, it was never about them, it's about you. Right? So I show honor to everyone. You know, there's a saying that give honor to whom honor is due, right? But beyond giving honor to who honor is due, we should give honor to everyone. Give honor, regardless of whether they are due it or not. You give it because you understand what honor truly is, because it is the weight of value, esteem, and respect that you give a person because of who you are, not because of who they are. So when it comes to honor, it was never about them. It's about you. So when you don't honor people, it's not about the people you don't honor. It's about you who lack honor. I tell this to people, you must become a person of honor. You must become a person of honor who gives honor wherever you go. Is this making sense? Are you getting this? So question number one, what is honor? Honor is the weight of value, esteem, and respect that you give a person because of who you are, not because of who they are. So when I say I honor you, I'm telling you, I have this weight of value, esteem, and respect for you that I give to you because that's who I am. Are you getting this? Question number two. Who's responsible for honor? The answer is simple. You are responsible for honor. Right? So it's not the person you are honoring that is responsible for honor. No, you as the person, you are responsible for honor because you get to meet people over and over again. So you should show honor to the people that you meet. Not because they would deserve it, but because that's who you are. You always give it. So you give honor. Who's responsible for honor? You are responsible for honor. I am responsible for honor. So every one of us should be responsible to give honor. Whether it is due or not due, you give honor. Become a person of honor. So it's your responsibility. Question number three, why honor? Why do we have to talk about honor? Why is honor important? Why is honor significant? Why is honor a conversation we should be having? Why honor? I'll tell you 3 reasons why honor. 3 reasons why honor. Number one, value. Remember we said honor is the weight of value. The value you have as a person. The value you see in other people. So you honor them. You honor the gift of God in their life. You honor them because of the value. And remember, we said that value is anything that is beneficial, that is of help, and that's a solution. So the reason why you honor is value. You see value in them. Even when they can't see it in themselves, you see value in them. And so you honor them. And you see value in yourself. So you honor them because you are a person of value. Are you getting this? So your honor should never be selective. Oh, I'll honor this, I won't honor that. No, that shouldn't be the kind of honor you exhibit. You should honor people because you are a person of honor and value. So the first reason why honor is value. The second reason why honor is respect. Respect. Now, see this, guys. I tell people that you treat people with respect, not because of who they are, but because of who you are. That way, you become a respectful person and not a respecter of persons. Are you getting this? You become a respectful person and not a respecter of persons because you are a person of respect. So you honor people, you respect them, regardless of their age, class, size. You respect them because you're a person of honor. Are you getting this? You know, people say, oh, respect is reciprocal. No, people don't even need to show you respect in return for you to respect them. Because you're a person of honor. You respect everyone. You honor people. You know, we need to disabuse our mind from the fact of, oh, what they do for me, I will do for them. Mahatma Gandhi once said, an eye for an eye, and the whole world will be filled of blind people. So people may not respect you. That doesn't stop you from respecting them. Are you getting this? Because you are a person of honor. Because why honor? Respect is critical for honor. So you respect them. Whether they respect you in return or not, you respect them. I honor you. I respect you. I celebrate you. Because you're a person of honor. I'm getting this. Because one of the ways you think big is to make a practice of honor. You know, last time we talked about think big. You make a practice of honor. Because we live in a world where a lot of people are so dishonoring. They don't honor people. That's the kind of world we live in, where people don't honor people. But you're different because you know what honor is about and you give honor. Are you getting this? So the third reason why honor is recognition. So when you honor people, you're telling them, I recognize the greatness that is in you. I recognize what God has deposited in you. I recognize the value you bring on board. I recognize you. I see you. You are recognized. That's honor. Your presence is valued and appreciated. That's honor. I recognize you. That is honor. You getting this? So this is what honor is. Three reasons why honor: value, respect, recognition. I recognize you. I see you and I recognize you. I see the work you do. I recognize you. I see the impact you make. I recognize you. That is honor. I don't take it for granted. I recognize you. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? So this is why honor, value, respect, recognition, right? Question number 4. What are the benefits of honor? What are the benefits of honor? What are the things you stand to gain when you honor? What are the benefits of honor? I'll tell you 3 benefits of honor. Number 1, it is given, not earned. Now you'll be wondering, how is this a benefit? You know, we live in a world where people want to feel like they've earned whatever honor they get. One of the benefits of honor is that you learn to give it. You don't wait for people to earn it. You know, people are big on, oh, you need to have earned a certain honor or a certain kind of respect for me first. No, you don't need to earn it. You need to give it. So one of the benefits of honor is that it is given, not earned. So they don't need to literally deserve it, but you still give it. You know, Jesus said something striking. He said, if you love those that love you, you are no different from the Pharisees. Right? He says, pray for those, love those who hate you. Pray for those who despitefully use you. Right? He was giving us a picture of when you honor, it is given, not earned. It is given. So I honor you because I give honor, not because you have earned it. Many times you may never earn it. That's the truth. You may never do enough to earn it, but I give it. Are you getting this? I give it. You don't need to earn it. I give it because honor is given, not earned. Are you getting it? It is given, not earned. The second benefit of honor is integrity and transparency. Now, this is a bit very critical because when you honor people, it shows your integrity and it shows your transparency. You are not somebody who is hypocritical. You're not somebody who is doing eye service or face service or lip service or any of the other service that is not a faithful service. Now, because you honor people out of the integrity of your heart and out of the transparency of your heart. So you truly honor them in words and in deeds. You truly honor them. Because there's some people who can say nice things in front of you and say nasty things behind your back. But when you honor people, what you say in front of them is the same you will say behind them. In fact, you say more good things behind them. Paul says, as you have obeyed me in my presence, do much more in my absence. When it comes to honor, you have integrity and transparency to be the same person that people know in the dark and in the light. That's honor. That's honor. You're not two-faced. there's integrity, and there's transparency. Are you getting this? Question number 4, the third benefit of honor. You are uncompromising. When it comes to honor, a major benefit is that you don't compromise. You know, if you watch those Japanese movies back in the day, you see that when a samurai is caught, instead of him to allow the captors to torture him, he will kill himself. Why? They have a practice of death before dishonor. They have a practice of death before dishonor. Why? Because they understand that honor is uncompromising. You stand for it while alive, and if need be, you die for it. Uncompromising. They did rather take their own lives than to give in to torture or to be captured. Why? Because honor is uncompromising. Which means things don't happen to you and then you suddenly now become a person of dishonor. No! Honor is uncompromising. It's one of the benefits of honor. It's uncompromising. See, as much as Saul was chasing David, David refused to lay his hand on Saul, even when he had the opportunity twice to kill him. Uncompromising. That's why when Saul eventually died, David said, have the mighty fallen. That Saul had died like one who was never anointed. But in all through David's life, he was still having honor towards Saul. Are you getting this? So these are 3 benefits of honor. It is given, not earned. There's integrity and transparency. It is uncompromising. Question number 5. When is the best time for honor? When is the best time for you to practice honor? When is the best time for honor? You know, I always say this, guys, that the last best time for anything was yesterday. The last best time for anything was yesterday. The next best time for honor is now. Now is the best time for you to understand the weight of value, esteem, and respect that you give a person because of who you are, not because of who they are. Now is the best time to practice honor. Now is the best time to become a person of honor. Now, not tomorrow, not later, but now. Now is the best time to become a person of honor. And you see, honor is a practiced discipline. So you practice honor. You practice to see the good in others. You practice to celebrate others. You practice to appreciate others. To practice to see the weight of value and esteem and respect for others. You practice it. Honor is not follow come. You learn the practice of honor. Honor is a practice discipline. You discipline yourself to honor. Because honor is all about you, not about what you honor. It's about you. Because it's who you are. You give honor to the things or to others. It's about you. So that is a practice discipline you have to have. You practice it deliberately and intentionally. You practice the discipline of honor. You know, there's something that I have in the book, The Upgrade Culture. One of the cultures in my book, The Upgrade Culture, is the culture of honor. The culture of honor. Honor must become a culture that you practice, which means a lifestyle. You see people, you honor them. Not because of who they are, but because of who you are. And you know, people can feel when they are honored. They can feel it literally when they are honored. And they can also feel it when they are dishonored. That's why you must make a practice of honor, because honor is a practice discipline. Now, I like us to get into honor itself because there are some things I need to break down so you can understand honor. H-O-N-O-R, honor. Right? So I'm going to break it down so that you can understand it better. And then I'm going to share a few tips so that you can be able to practice it easily. Right? Like, you know, we always say this, that the proof of learning is practice. And the proof of practice is results, right? So we want to be able to help you to practice effortlessly, to practice easily, to practice without stress. Are you getting this? Okay, so now, honor, 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 right? The H in honor is humility. Humility. The one who honors is always humble. He makes a practice of humility. You know, Jesus was a good example of humility. Though he was God, he laid down that so he can be man and serve man. That is humility. That is honor for man. You know, the angel says, "Who art man that thou art mindful of him, that have made him a little lower than the angels?" Humility is a very big part of honor because people who are proud cannot honor others. Are you getting this? People who are proud cannot honor others. So it takes humility for you to begin your journey of honor. Because sometimes the people you are going to honor will not even deserve the honor, but you have to honor them nonetheless. That's humility. That's humility. Sometimes you will need to honor those who are below you. That is humility. Are you getting this? So the practice of honor begins with humility. With humility. You know, have you ever wondered when they tell that story in Genesis 22 when Abraham went to offer Isaac, right? Isaac was about, let's say, 25 years old. Abraham was about 125. So imagine Isaac, a 25 years old young boy, right? Seeing his father, who is 125-year-old, binding him together and putting him on the altar that was prepared, which means he was the sacrifice. And he did not even flinch or try to argue or try to drag with the father. That is a high case of honor. That's a high case of honor. Because Isaac should have rebelled and said, "No, why will you do this? He's young, he had the energy for that." But he honored himself and honored his father. Because remember, prior to that time, Isaac was the one who had asked the father, "Father, we have the fire, we have the wood. Where is the ram?" And Abraham had said the Lord will provide himself a ram, knowing fully well that Isaac was the ram. But when he got to that point where he was tying up Isaac, Isaac was humble to not even struggle. That is honor. Imagine if Isaac was a Gen Z and Abraham was a 125-year-old millennial. Just imagine in your head. Just imagine. But Isaac honored his father. That was a depiction of Christ being led to Golgotha, knowing that fully well with one word he could command legion of angels to set him free. But yet he humbled himself to bear the shameful death on the cross. That's humility. That's honor. And that's why scripture says, now God has highly exalted him and given him a name that is above every other name. Because when you give honor, you too will be honored. Are you getting this? When you give honor, you too will be honored. So the H is humility. The O in honor is opportunity. Now, why is this an opportunity? Because, see, honor is an opportunity for you to show to others that you see the weight of value that they command, to show to others that you esteem them, to show to others that you respect them. It's an opportunity for you. It's an opportunity for you. So when you honor people, you're taking advantage of the opportunity to show them that you see the value that they are. You're taking an opportunity to let them know that you see the impact that they have. So it's an opportunity for you to honor them. Because without your honor, they are still who they are. But with your honor, they feel they are being recognized for who they are. So that's why honor is an opportunity. Are you getting this? Honor is an opportunity. So when you see people that you should honor, grab that opportunity to show them honor. Grab it. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity. So much you benefit when you take advantage of the opportunity to honor others. So much you benefit. So much you benefit. You know, the widow of Zarephath, when she honored Elijah to make for him first, she never lacked anything again all through that season. Honor is an opportunity. It's always an opportunity. So don't miss the opportunity to show honor. It's always an opportunity for you. The end in honor is necessity. Right? It's necessity. Because the truth is, when you honor people, it's something that makes them know that you are mature. It's something that lets them know also that you have evolved. Are you getting this? So honor is a necessity. It's of necessity that you show honor to people. Of necessity. Because it separates you from the crowd. It shows that you have a different breed. You have a different stock. Because you know the importance of honor. You know the role that honor plays in the life of people. So it's of necessity you should honor. You know, there was a woman who showed so much honor to Elisha. He would prepare a room for Elisha, prepare a meal for Elisha, prepare a space for Elisha to stay. Elisha one day said, "What is this thing that this woman needs?" I said, "No, I don't need anything." He said, "I'm good, my people." Elisha said, "Should I introduce you to the king?" The woman said, "No, I'm good. I'm good." Then Elisha's servant said, "This woman doesn't have a child." And Elisha said, "By this time, according to the time of life, you would have a child." And she did have a child. Why? The necessity of her to show honor made it a necessity for Elisha to meet a need that she had always had. So honor is a necessity. So it's a necessity you give honor. It's a necessity. You know, just as Paul preached that necessity is laid on me that I must preach the gospel, the same way necessity is laid on you that you must show honor to people. It's a necessity. It's not an option. It's a choice you have to make. The other O in honor is obligation. You are obligated to give honor. You are obligated to give honor. It's an obligation on your part to give honor. See, you cannot be a person who's dishonoring or disrespectful. That's so crude. That's so crude. It's an obligation that you give honor. Which means I must do this everywhere I find myself. You know, my friend Emmanuel does a podcast, and today, I think today's episode 197. It's coming long way. Shout out to you, Emmanuel. And on this episode, he's talking about give your best every day. Give your best every day. GYBE. Give your best every day. You know, giving your best every day is an obligation you have to make. And also, it's an honor that you give. It's an expression of honor to give your best every day. I encourage you to go listen to that episode on Spotify. Let's Talk Podcast LTP on Spotify. Give your best every day. It's an expression of honor. And that's an obligation you have to fulfill. Every day you give your best. Don't wait to give your best someday. Give your best every day. Give your best every day. It's an obligation of honor. And finally, the arrow in honor is respect. Respect. You know, I said this earlier and I'll say it again. You respect people because you are a respectful person, because you are not a respecter of person. You know, scripture tells us that God is not a respecter of person, right? So which means you respect people not because of them, because of who you are. Respecting people because of them is making you a respecter of persons. Respecting people because of you is making you a respectful person. So I don't care who they are. I respect them nonetheless because I am a respectful person, not a respecter of person. Are you getting this? Is this making sense to you? So this is what honor is. Honor. Humility, opportunity, necessity, obligation, and respect. This, my friends, this is honor. This is honor. This is why it's important that you get to make a practice of honor in your everyday life. Because trust me, it's something worth practicing. Honor, something worth practicing. Now, 3 things about honor, right? Let's begin to push this narrative further, right? 3 things about honor. There's humility, there's trustworthy, and there is responsibility and accountability. Now, when we say humility, we explained this earlier, but honor ensures that you stay humble, you stay grounded, regardless of the height you've achieved, regardless of the status you've attained, you still stay humble. You have humility, you still honor people, you still treat people the way they should be treated. You know, they say we teach people how to treat us. But even if people teach you how that you can treat them wrongly, you still treat them with honor. Are you getting this? Even if people teach you that you can treat them wrongly, you don't learn that. You still treat them with honor. Because you have humility. There's trustworthiness. Honor makes you become a person who is trustworthy. Because you keep your words. Your words are your bond. You honor your promises. You honor your commitment. You say something, you do it. You become trustworthy. Right? That way, people know you as someone who's trustworthy, somebody who's reliable, someone who they can count on. Because you honor your commitment, you honor your words. You say what you mean and mean what you say. You honor your words. You know, we live in a world where even contracts are broken these days. Contracts are broken. Contracts that are signed and sealed are still broken. But you're different because you practice honor. You become trustworthy. People can rely on you. People can depend on you because you're trustworthy. Are you getting this? You're trustworthy. And then the third thing about honor is responsibility and accountability. So honor makes you practice responsibility. You know that you're responsible for how you treat people. You know you're responsible for how you celebrate people, how you respect people. You're responsible for it. And then there's accountability, where you hold yourself accountable. Remember, we talked about transparency earlier and integrity. There's accountability because of honor. So it's not because of them, it's because of you. So you don't swindle. You don't do the wrong things. You don't cut corners. Why? Because of honor. There's accountability. Are you getting this? So 3 things about honor. There's humility, there's trustworthy, there's respect and accountability. Now, there are two traits for anyone who honors. Two traits you always find for anyone that honors. Two traits. There's loyalty and there's respect. You know, they say the greatest need of a man is not love, is respect. Right? But the one who honors has these two traits, whether male or female. You always see these two traits in them. There's loyalty, there's respect. There's loyalty and there's respect. You cannot take those two traits away from honor. They're loyal, they're respectful. It's the true traits of honor. When someone honors you, they're loyal. When they honor you, you're respectful. Two traits of honor. And when you honor people, you are loyal. When you honor people, you are respectful. Two traits of honor. You cannot miss it. You can't miss it. Is easily seen. Can be spotted from a distance. There's loyalty. There's respect. These are the two traits of honor. And the one goal of honor is the recognition of the weight of value. That's the goal of honor. You recognize the weight of value. The weight of value. You see, when we say we honor the Lord, we are recognizing the weight of the value of the Lord in our lives. When you say you honor somebody, you are recognizing the weight of the value of that person in your life. So honor is the recognition of the weight of value. The recognition of the weight of value. You know, when you question if you are honored, it's a sign that you are not honored. Are you getting it? Because there's the recognition of the weight of value. If you have to question whether you are honored, it's already a sign that you are not honored. Do you get that? If you have to question whether you are honored, it's already a sign that you are not honored. Why? Because the goal of honor is to recognize the weight of value. To recognize the value, the weight of it. See, honor is the code of conduct that prioritizes integrity, respect, courage, and responsibility. It's a code of conduct that prioritizes integrity, respect, courage, and responsibility. I told you earlier about the Japanese samurai, right? They practice death before dishonor. They would rather die than dishonor. That's how much they are attuned with culture of honor. They would rather die than dishonor. You'd rather die. I know honor again can be seen in how you make a place better than you met it. I remember the last two editions of the World Cup. The Japanese contingent, they will clean up the stadium when they are done with their matches. They make the place better than they met it. Are there not cleaners to clean up the stadium? Yes, but the Japanese take responsibility because that is time to show honor. To clean up the stadium. They've done it in the two last World Cup editions. They'll still do it in the next World Cup edition in 2026. That's the weight of value. They take that with them everywhere they go. They practice the culture of honor. At the global stage of the World Cup, they show the world that they are a people of honor. They could have been angry that, oh, this is what America did to us. They bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki with the atomic bomb. But no, Japanese rebuilt their nation. And they rebuilt it again with honor. Are you getting this? So you must become like the Japanese samurai that would rather die than dishonor. See, the acts of honor are powerful and can elevate the standard of everyone who witnesses them. I just told you about what I saw about the Japanese at the last two World Cups, where they will clean up after their matches, even when they lost. The acts of honor are powerful and they can elevate the standards of everyone who witnesses them. So when you see someone who's practicing honor, it elevates your own standard to be better because you have seen how someone is doing it better. So when you're a person of honor, you are helping to elevate the standards of those people around you just by being who you are as a person of honor. People are learning of your life. You become a person of impact as a result of honor. You see, the culture of honor is not just what you do, but an environment that you create. Right? The culture of honor is not just what you do, but it's an environment that you create where trust flourishes, where conflicts are resolved healthily, where people are empowered to be their best selves. I told you, the culture of honor is not just what you do, but an environment that you create where trust flourishes, where conflicts are resolved healthily, and where people are expected to become their best selves. They're exposed to becoming their best self. Are you getting this? That's what the culture of honor does. Not just what you do, but the environment that you create for all of these things I mentioned to be possible. That's the culture of honor. That's the culture of honor. And that's very critical for us. It's also very critical for you. You see, the culture of honor is not agreement. Say, okay, we all agree that's culture of honor. No, it's not agreement. You can honor someone that you deeply disagree with. Again, culture of honor is not agreement. Say, okay, because I honor you, I agree with everything you say. No, it's not about agreement. I can honor you and still disagree deeply with you, but I honor you. The culture of honor is not about agreement. Say, okay, because I honor you, I must agree with everything you say. No. I can honor you, no doubt, but I can still deeply disagree with you. But I honor you. You know, I've always said this, that anytime anybody says with all due respect, what follows is never respectful. Do you get that? Anytime somebody's about to speak and they say with all due respect, what actually follows that with all due respect is never respectful. But I can honor you, but still disagree deeply with you. But I honor you nonetheless. And it's not with all due respect. Are you getting this? Number two, the culture of honor is not blind loyalty. I'm just blind, loyally blind. I don't. No. It's not blind loyalty. That's not the culture of honor. Because I can hold you accountable for your wrong, even though I'm following you. I hold you accountable. Even though you are my leader, I should still hold you accountable for your wrong. It's about the culture of honor. It's not about blind loyalty. Are you getting this? I can still hold you accountable for your wrong. Honor is not about blind loyalty. Also, the culture of honor is not weakness. So you honor people not because you are weak. You honor people even when they don't deserve it. It's not that you are weak. No, it's not weakness. It's actually strength. It's not weakness. Honoring people that are undeserving is strength, not weakness. Loving those who are unlovable is strength, not weakness. Praying for those who despitefully use you is strength, not weakness. So you see, the culture of honor is not weakness, especially when you feel that they don't deserve it. It's not weakness, it's actually strength. And then the culture of honor is not ignoring justice. You protect the vulnerable and you confront abuse. Culture of honor is not ignoring justice. Say, no, 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 no. It's not. It's not. You still protect the vulnerable and you confront abuse. It's part of the culture of honor. Are you getting this? You see, scripture says that let your words be full of grace and seasoned with salt, that it edifies all that hear it. Are you getting this? So, with honor, your words must be honorable. You should not be one who exhibit gutter behavior. Are you getting this? Don't exhibit gutter behavior of any kind. Gutter behavior is dishonorable. Let your words be full of grace and seasoned with salt, that it edifies all that hear it. Are you getting this? Now, with the culture of honor, you see people as inherently value. You see people the way God sees them. Not the way they are, but you see them the way they can be, because that's how God sees them. So you see people as inherently value. You may not see their value right now, but you see them as inherently value. That's how you see them. With the culture of honor, you believe the best first. You believe the best in people. That's the first thing you believe about them, the best in them. Not the worst in them, the best in them. That's honor. You believe the best in people. And sometimes I have conversations with people and they're like, why do you always believe the best in people? It's honor. I know that the people are actually obviously wrong, but I still believe the best in them. It's honor. That's why I do it. It's honor. Because you believe the best first. With the culture of honor, you are proactive and not reactive. You think ahead, you take actions. You are proactive, you're not reactive. You're not reactive, you are proactive. With the culture of honor, you are proactive. See this, guys, and I want you to let this sink in. That people can feel, see, hear, and experience honor the same way they can for dishonor. I'll take that again. People can feel, can see, can hear, they can experience honor the same way they can for dishonor. So when you treat people with dishonor, they can see it, they can hear it, they can feel it, they can experience it, that this is dishonorable. And when you also treat them with honor, they can see it, they can feel it, they can hear it, and they can experience it. So some people say, oh, I've never felt dishonored in my life when I went to XYZ. And other people say, oh, I've never felt this dishonored in my life when I went to XYZ. Honor can be seen, it can be felt, it can be heard, it can be experienced. It can. And your goal is to make people feel seen, heard, feel, experience honor through you. That should be your goal. That should be your goal. And you see, if you can't honor people, at least don't dishonor them. Are you getting this? If you can't honor people, at least don't dishonor them. Honor is the least thing. But if you can't, don't dishonor them. Don't dishonor them. And you see, honor both in public and private. There are people who would honor you in private, but dishonor you in public. No. Honor both in public and in private. Are you getting this? Honor both in public and in private. Let your honor never be questionable, either in public or in private. It should be seen, it should be heard, it should be felt, it should be experienced both in public and in private. Same honor. And never let your honor be hypocritical. Never let your honor be selective. Never let your honor be biased. Never. Honor people because of who you are, not because of who they are. So with that, it should not be biased. It should not be hypocritical. It should not be selective. It should not be. It should not be. And you see, when it comes to honor, you move from what you can get from this person to what you can affirm in this person. You know, when people are telling you, oh, Chemo, 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 they want to get something from you. They don't really honor you. They just want to get something from you. When it comes to honor, you move away from what you can get from the person, but what you can affirm in the person. What you can affirm in the person, not what you can get from the person. And you see, honor should be a principle that governs your relationship with God, with family, with society, and with yourself. Honor should be that principle that governs your relationship with God, with family, with society, and with yourself. I know I like to categorize it into 4 categories. You honor God, you honor your parents. Yes, you honor your parents, whether they are good or they are bad. Honor your parents. The scripture says, honor your father and your mother so that their days may be long. It says that is the commandment with a promise. So you honor your parents. Do they deserve it or not? That's not the question. The question is that you honor your parents. So you honor God, right? You honor your parents. You honor people. And then you honor yourself. You honor yourself. Don't take yourself anyhow. Don't take yourself for granted. Honor yourself. Honor yourself. Treat yourself with respect. Honor yourself. Don't go where you're not invited. Honor yourself. Don't speak when you're not spoken to. Honor yourself. These are 4 key areas you must practice honor. Honor to God, honor to your parents, honor to people, and honor to yourself. Very important. You see, there's something that is at the heart of honor. And it's something I really want you to pay attention to and also practice in your life. At the heart of honor, you forgive quickly. You practice humility. And you bless those who dishonor you. That's the heart of honor. You forgive quickly. And I dare add, you forgive even without an apology. You forgive quickly. You practice humility because you know that pride goes before a fall. You practice humility. And then you bless those who dishonor you. I told you earlier, Mahatma Gandhi said, an eye for an eye and the whole world will be filled with blind people. So you bless those who dishonor you. I see. Honor is demonstrated through tangible deeds. There's tangible things you do that demonstrate honor. I'll tell you some of them. Number 1, punctuality. It shows that you value time, both your time and the time of others. Punctuality. And like the saying goes, early is on time is late, and late is unacceptable. I'll say that again. Early is on time is late is unacceptable. So one of the ways you demonstrate honor through tangible deeds is punctuality. You value time and you make the most out of it. Punctuality. Another way you demonstrate tangible deeds through honor is keeping your promises. You know, if you say it, do it. Keep your promises. It's part of honor, demonstrating tangible honor. through tangible deeds. You keep your promises. You say it, you do it. You keep your promises. Your word must become your bond. You keep your promises. Are you getting this? You keep your promises. And then you defer when appropriate. And a practical way of demonstrating tangible honor through tangible deeds. You defer when appropriate. So there are some things that you put others ahead of you. Let them get to do it. Let them get to have it. You put others first. You defer when appropriate. Everything doesn't have to be you. Let others have the spotlight to also shine. You defer when appropriate. You put others first. It's part of honor. You let them go ahead. It's part of honor. You open the doors for them. It's part of honor. You do the referrals for them. It's part of honor. And then you celebrate other successes. I've said this over and over again. Other people are succeeding does not mean you are failing. Celebrate other people's successes. It's part of honor. Celebrate their wins. It's part of honor. I've told you this. God when is low budget envy. See somebody is celebrating. Instead of you to celebrate with them, you are saying God when. God when is low budget envy. Low budget envy. You just don't want to come up that you are envious of them. You are saying God when. God when is low budget envy. Rejoice with those that rejoice. Celebrate with those that celebrate. It's part of honor when you celebrate the success of others. Part of honor. It's part of you demonstrating you're demonstrating honor through tangible deeds. Celebrate the success of others. And you see, your words, remember we said honor your words. I also told you that let your word be full of grace and seasoned with salt, so it may edify those that hear it. You see, your words are a tool for building honor. Things you say, your words are a tool for building honor. And how do we mean by your words are a tool for building honor? Eliminate sarcasm. Don't speak with people with sarcasm or criticism. Don't. It's not honorable. Some people are good at sarcasm. They go straight to they go through the corners. They don't want to come straight at you. They go through sarcasm. But sarcasm is a representation of dishonor. Eliminate sarcasm from your speech. When you honor people, don't be sarcastic. Don't use sarcasm. Are you getting this? Eliminate sarcasm. Use honorifics and respectful language. Let your words really show that you honor them. Use honorifics and respectful language. Are you getting it? Let your words reflect the honor that you say you have for them. Speak well of others in their absence. I've told you. In fact, speak well of them more in their absence than in their presence. Defend them in rooms they will never be in. That's honor. Don't backstab them. Defend them in their absence. Because that shows you truly honor them. And then practice powerful listening. Listen to others when they speak. It's part of honor. Listen to others when they speak. It's part of honor. You don't have to be the one taking center stage all the time. Listen to others. Listen while they speak. It's part of honor. It's part of honor. And I say this, that you honor people because you are honorable. So long story short, everything about honor comes back to you. You honor people because you are honorable. Not because of them, but because of you. Make sense? Yeah. Got this right? Yeah. This is why I have brought this conversation to you at this time. I know you think big. Last week we talked about think big. Yes, good to think big. But why you think big do that with honor. Do that with honor. Right? And if you truly practice this culture of honor, your life will never remain the same. Trust me, your life will never remain the same. David was running away from King Saul, yet David still honored Saul. He still honored Saul. Scriptures are replete with people who showed honor and the reward that came to them because they showed honor. So you don't lose when you honor. You gain much more through honor. I'll say that again. You don't lose when you honor. You gain much more through honor. So you must make a practice of honor in your life, with your life. Make a practice of honor. Let it be seen. Let it be heard. Let it be felt that you are a person of honor. A person of honor. So guys, this is it. This is our conversation for the now, and we hope that you have learned something from this that will help you to become a person of honor in all that you do. Very critical. You know, like we always tell you guys, that 3 things will happen for you in this new week, right? 3 things will happen for you in this new week. Number 1, increased voice of God. Number 2, open heavens over your life. And number 3, more angelic activities in all that you do. Yes. But remember this, guys. Remember this. Do well to share this link with your friends, your family, your loved ones, and even your enemies, because you have no idea how this can just be what they need at this time to help them in their journey. Remember, there's always more on the upgrade side of life. And that's why we encourage you that you leave good behind so that you can upgrade. Yes, you can upgrade. And what better way for you to upgrade but to practice the culture of honor? Honor must be a culture that you practice. It must be a lifestyle that you uphold. And trust me, when you do this, you will never regret it. So guys, until I come your way again next time, remember, the proof of learning is practice, and the proof of practice is results. So go out there and make a practice of honor with your life. You would never regret it. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you.